Okay, moving on to item number 10. This is under new business. 49-57 Cornell Street. Site plan to establish a retail component and outside storage area for a landscaping business. Section block and lot is 56.25-3-30.110. Seeker determination, Zone M2, Ward 6. Avery Niblett is the applicant owner. Is the applicant owner here?
Yep.
Come on down. Oh, there we go. Hey, bro. What's bro?
Good afternoon.
Hi there. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Avery Niblett.
Sorry, do we have this picture?
Yep.
Is this the Department of Labor building?
Do you remember, it was owned by Spada? This here, these are pictures that Avery submitted today. And these are pictures that I pulled off of Google, so these are a little outdated. That's more current. It's on the corner, you know where the county rail, the yard is there. By the golf course places. Yes.
Spot trucking was run out of there?
Yeah. And Avery just bought it fairly recently, right, last year? He uses it as offices for his landscaping business, but he wants to expand to having some materials and things on the site. Booth on and stuff like that, right?
So, we at the planning board love landscaping and trees. So, why don't you tell us what you would like to do with this building? Because it certainly needs some type of green space.
Obviously, the building was not in use for
Can you speak into the mic too, sir?
yes, the building was not in use for many, many years. And, we acquired this building in July of 2016. Currently being used as our office location for operations. However, we are, we really would love the opportunity to further expand our operations by offering a retail location at that location so that we can subsidize and get income from the use of that building.
What would you like to do?
We would like to be able to have bluestone, palletized bluestone at that location so that we can sell to contractors and homeowners.
So do you have any improvements to the outside that you want to make? Or?
Yes, currently we don't have any determined improvements that we are going to be making other than some facade improvement, which is like painting, replacement of the windows to more heat-efficient windows. We are also planning to move the front door over to the left a bit and down on the floor level, so that access inside the building can be more easily facilitated. And as far as the outside goes, we are going to be removing the old fence that's around the outside. We are going to be removing that and installing a brand new chain link fence around the perimeter of the property, so that it establishes all property boundaries and creates a safe area for us to house our materials and anything that we deem necessary.
Would you consider something other than chain link, like more decorative, like maybe a wrought iron?
No, we would go with chain link because it's one, it's a very affordable option, and number two, it's I think it adds to security, and we do not want to create any sort of scenarios where safety is an issue.
How high would the fence be?
We go based on Kingston code, type of Kingston code, Kingston, sorry, and our intention is to keep it at 6 feet on the perimeters that surround the sidewalks and areas like that, so we don't have plans to go over that.
Now, will your, so you're going to have pallets of product being stored on?
Yes, pallets.
Is that going to be, I'm just looking at the size of the property here and all the types of varieties of stone products there are out there. Are these just going to be samples that you're going to have and you'll have a bigger inventory lot some other place that?
Yes. We do initially our expectations are somewhat, realistic, so we don't want to, overshoot it here, but, as our need expands and, the need for product expands, we do expect to either acquire additional space or, store additional materials and additional sites.
But these will basically just, like I said, they'll just be samples so customers can see what kind of products they want to order?
No, not just samples. We're also
Your whole inventory will be on?
No, our whole inventory will not expect it to be on there, but we are going to be able to have some bulk material that we think it's going to, be affordable so that people can pick up, without having to special order.
You're going to have a forklift on site too?
Yes, that's going to have a forklift on site.
That's going to be stored outside, is it?
Yes, the forklift is going to be stored outside. I also submitted some drawings of the new fence line, showing the areas that we plan on fencing in, and this forklift will be stored on the inside of that fenced-in area.
Okay, so right now, essentially along Cornell Street, the building is not fenced off from Cornell Street.
It is currently fenced off from Cornell Street. It is currently fenced off. If you look at the pictures, you will see, but the front of the building is the only part that is exposed.
This is an old survey from when they subdivided this from the property in the back, so this might help to give you an idea. Remember, this is all attached to
So this curve?
Yeah, this was the lot when that was handed in.
But as I look at these pictures, I'm looking at the building.
Yes.
And so the building doesn't have fencing along the street frontage.
Correct, along the front.
It comes from the building and then goes towards the rear. So your
Yes.
side yard and maybe a little rear yard that you have, that's going to continue. That's going to be the fenced-in area.
I've submitted drawings to show you the actual areas to be fenced. We are going to be changing a lot of the areas, so we want to,
And the damaged fencing will be?
that will be completely removed. It's all defensive that's going to be put in. And the building is going to be also painted, and the windows are going to be replaced, and the front door is going to be moved.
No, what I'm saying, I mean, even on these drawings here, it's not showing the fencing coming across the front. I was just concerned with access.
See where the fence
Yeah, he's
line
gonna have it
continues?
in the back.
Yes, we're going to have gates.
Right. So there will be maybe a fence from the corner of the building across.
Correct, it's going to be from the corner of the building.
Looking at it correctly?
It's only from the back end of the building, from the back side of the building. So the property will be enclosed, the building will have.
Cornell, you're not going to have fencing.
If you look at this picture, you see
On
that.
this. Right.
Yeah, right.
So this is Cornell here.
Yes.
So you will have fencing along Cornell here, and it will come up, then go into the building. So on the front side of the building, along Cornell, will
Right,
not have
okay.
fence.
I
It's
just want to be clear.
just as the
Okay.
property is right now.
Right, okay.
That property line looks different than the one on here. Is your property with the curve?
Yes, it's updated here. This is the new drawings.
Is that a
I think that will be moved.
That's when they did the lot line change.
I don't think this is actually, it's this one. Yeah, that one shows tracks. Yeah, it was up here.
Yeah, this is the old one. before the property was subdivided, so I don't know what this is.
So this is old, you said.
This is the new.
This is, this is an addition. This is the lot line that was filed with the county.
Right.
When they subdivided this big parcel from this front parcel, this was the lot, this was the one that was signed by the chairman.
Do you currently have a survey, a copy of the survey yourself?
No, this was submitted by the attorneys when we did the purchase.
So this is gonna get verified against the tax map.
This is photographed off right now.
Yes, that's not the tax map.
This is very confusing.
I'm gonna be honest, I agree with Sue, this does have to be tabled. I don't even really think that this is a complete application at this point. I mean, we've got a sensitive area, we've got no sidewalks, we've got no delineation of sidewalks on 2 streets, we don't have any landscaping, we don't have any idea as to what this fence is gonna be or where it's gonna go. We're adjacent to the old railroad, which is gonna be turned into a bike path, and I think this is the point in time that we've got to take a look at this property and spruce it up. So I would suggest that the applicant work with staff during the course of the month to meet really the requirements of the planning board based on other applications that come before us.
And exactly what is the requirements of the planning board?
Well, what we would like to do is just sit down with you, because what we're seeing and what you're describing are 2 different scenarios. And I agree with Rob that this is an opportunity, and you being in the landscaping business, it's a tremendous, perk.
With all due respect, if I may speak, I'm not going to cure ridiculous costs to better the will of the town board. I mean,
So first and foremost, we have conflicting surveys, okay? So that, before we move forward on anything, that's got to be taken care of.
I did not submit those surveys that you have in your hand there, but I understand that aspect of it, but that's an old survey map. Again,
That I believe is the one that's on file with the county.
And as far as requirements of the planning board, as Robert alluded to in the beginning here, when you sat down, we want to have an opportunity to dress up that corner. This has been quite an eyesore for some time, and we want to make sure that the issues like the fence, and we'd like to have some landscaping there. These are things that we're not just, it's not just you we ask it, it's asking of every applicant that comes through. But first and foremost is we have conflicting surveys here. So we got to get, before we move forward on anything, we have to get clarification on that. And in the meantime, you can sit down with Sue and Kyla down at staff and discuss some of the things that I've just mentioned now, and see if we can get some sprucing up on that corner, you know?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I know you don't want to incur any, you're a businessman, I know costs are a concern of yours, so we try to find a balance. It's not this and that's it, you know, it's compromise, so.
I understand completely, and, again, I want to appeal to the board's, I guess, good nature here, but, in the sake of advancement of industry and, of jobs and all that stuff, we definitely don't want to sit down beautifying something that is not, in my opinion, a place to be. I'm not going to create a park there. It's a place of business that I want to run a successful business out of, and as a tax-paying member, and I own quite a lot of property, and I think quite a lot of tax into that. I'm very proud of it, but at the same time, I'm not going to, again, I want to reiterate and say this, I'm not going to, dress it up as a park. It's clearly a place of business, and I think it'll benefit by one, we offering employment and creating jobs. Number two, this property, again, as I said, has been vacant for many, many years, overgrown. And as you can see from the pictures, we've taken out all the trees, opened up the property, and we've already started the process of making the property more acceptable. Infusing again more money to take care of those aspects of it. But it's paramount because of the season that we at least get something going. So if we can have a clear, distinct.
Well, if I can back away from the adversarial tone that may have been set here originally, I apologize if that's how I came across. That's not how I meant that to be.
I'm not accustomed to that tone.
Okay.
So
well, if I've made that inference, I apologize. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just think that we have, as Sue said, we have an opportunity. It's compromise. It's not our way or the highway, and that's it. We welcome dialogue between the applicants and the board. And in the month that we're going to take between now and the next meeting, when we get that major item is the survey taken care of. It's an opportunity to sit down and chat a bit with staff. They're reasonable people down there, and I know you're a reasonable person too. And we can be productive in between meetings. Okay.
We're going to apply the same standards to this applicant that we do all other.
Oh, and that's what I said. It's not just
any special treatment here. I'm asking.
I'm not offering that either. But this is, and I said before, this is not something that we're asking you to do solely and nobody else. This is something that people who have attended our meetings can certainly attest to the fact that we ask this of other applicants. It's not just indigenous to you and what your project is. We ask this of every applicant. And we're not trying to be detrimental to business. We welcome new business coming in and sprucing up. I just think there are issues that have to be taken care of in between now and the next month. And let's use that as an opportunity to sit down, and I'll be happy to come down too, and we'll chat. Okay. Let's formulate some type of plan that both sides can find acceptable. Right.
Well, I don't think I have a choice in the matter. I think I have to say yes to that because it seems to be that's the direction the ball is rolling right now. It's kind of snowballing in that direction. But again, I want to.
You are correct in that statement.
In what statement?
Just what you made.
That I don't have a choice.
No, that this board is asking certain things of you, and certain items that this board requires of all applicants are not necessarily by choice. We have applicants that come to this board all the time that would like to spend not a penny. But that's not fair to the other residents of the community, and that's not fair to the other applicants.
Well,
so we're giving you the opportunity of working with staff to come up with a reasonable plan, where there are many other planning boards and other communities that say, this is the way it is, it's this way or it's the highway. So I
mean, so far you guys have not said anything, but I'm hoping that we can get to a fruitful discussion.
As are we.
I outline what I can do so that I can do it and get on. I don't want to sit down and be making a decision over and over with something that's simple, easy to know.
Well,
we respect that, but as a board, we have full-time staff and we know what our obligations are. We have other applicants that come through this board, and we try to get them through in an expeditious manner because we realize time is money.
Yes, as I said again, it's the season for landscaping. So I don't want to waste it making decisions.
Yes. Okay.
And I just want to reiterate, I think there's a huge deficiency in young black owned businesses, and I would appeal to the board to encourage such things. I don't see myself as an exemption. May I finish? I don't see myself as an exemption. I see myself as the rule, and I think it's a great opportunity for leadership to be established in this community. I look at myself as someone who can have a lot to teach and to show young black entrepreneurs or even just regular people that they can come here. I'm an immigrant, first of all. I hail from the Caribbean, Barbados, and I came here with a pen in my pocket, and I slept on the floor, me and my wife, not a cent from anyone, we worked, I was working for $5.50 an hour as an overnight auditor at the hotel. And, you know, we worked very, very hard. And I think everybody deserves an opportunity. And I think this is a great opportunity for me to you know, further my business. It's a great opportunity for me to teach my children. It's a great opportunity for me to teach, you know, people in my community who hold me to some esteem, and, you know, to my family members also. So, you know, I just don't want to be something that I go back and say, hey, you know what, it's same old with Kingston.
And you know, just in my brief conversation that we had with you, me personally, I see your work ethic, you know, and I'm glad that you elaborated on how you came to this country. But just to go a little bit further, we've had many folks from many ethnic backgrounds come through here, and we treat everybody fairly, the same, fairly, I think. And I want that to continue. And I wanted to back off from the adversarial relationship maybe we had in the beginning, and let's okay. So again, I would welcome the opportunity to meet with you in between meetings. I'm in the planning office quite often, and we can discuss the matter then. Okay. And but I'm glad you're here as a businessman, and I hope we have a different tone in next meeting, and you'll be happy with the results. So.
Well, me too. Okay. I did come a little bit, you know, armed, I guess.
I'll make a motion we table this application.
Okay. So we have a motion to table item number 10, and we have a second by Chuck Bellacco. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. All right, sir. Thank you very much. All right.